And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to fantastic finals of the League Challenge in Katowice, Poland. We've got on the left side Mateusz Lubski and on the right side Artur Zurawik. Mateusz Lubski starts with Meow. That is an interesting start. We've got Lily's Pokédoll, and we can only take a look at his hand, and there's a lot of Seekings. That is a mill deck, and that is not going to be pleasant. There he goes. He searches for that Persian, and Artur on the right side, he knows that this is not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be pretty, and I know the camera angle is not it's not the best for the Mateusz Lubski side. There was a change, the sun came out and they're close to the windows, unfortunately, and he goes for that Persian, right? So we got that Persian being searched for with Evolution Instance, of course. That's what he played, so I'm gonna be telling you what is there, hopefully as best as I can. Then also we got a Zapdos on Artur Zurawik's side, but let's take a look right now at Mateusz Lubski's side. He's gonna go and play. He's gonna play a Water type energy right underneath Meow, and he's passing the turn. So right now, to Zurawik, he has to go. He knows he has to be fast. There's a quick ball right there. We got a quick ball on Faba. He knows this Faba is not something I do need. It's not something I want to have. There's that Persian, the Persian might come pretty soon. And of course, Seeking, for those who don't know what Seeking does, well, it discards the energy from the active Pokemon, right? You flip 3 coins and you discard the energy. You can also say 2 crashing Amas right there on the Mateusz side. Oh, this is definitely not pleasant right here for Artur Zurawik. Definitely not pleasant to play against a deck like that to any player. For any player, players do not like to play against mill decks, especially IRL, especially new decks, right? Because again, mill decks maybe they are not the newest ones. Oh, there we go. We've got Big Charm, but definitely at that time in the format, it was really fresh, really new. We got the Dene dropped, and let's take a look what 6 cards we're gonna see from Artur Zurawik's side, and what we're gonna get. Are we gonna get a nice top deck that he needs? Are we gonna get something that he needs? That is a great question. The Seekings are waiting. We got a Volkner. Yep, asked about if he played supporter. No, there was no supporter being played, and we've got a beautiful Seeking right there. Alright, and we got a nice electromagnetic radar and an energy. So let's see what is gonna happen. Electromagnetic radar. So Pikarom is near, I should say, or I must say, Pikarom is definitely near for Artur Zurawik, but the Batman shirt is not really helping right now with this match. He has to be fast, but that Seeking can be brutal. Of course, there are also other ways to do, like there's definitely Brightman Balelba. There are definitely other things that will help mill out Artur Zurawik, and this is not pleasant. That's not pleasant to watch. We got Zeraora, and we do have a Pikarom. So Zeraora, a great strategy right here, because he knows there might be something that will discard energy, because they're round 4. Of course, at this time, everyone knows what everyone is playing. They all know what is happening. We got a Jirachi there. Really nice play to just get that Jirachi energy underneath Zapdos. What else? Oh, we got a retreat. Retreat for Jirachi, there we go. We got a retreat for Jirachi. So again, everyone at this time knows what everyone is playing. So this Zeraora might be for the GX, and not really going for the Pikarom's GX. That might be interesting right there in the long run. We got a Choo-Choo IC from the Jirachi, but he chooses a beautiful Volkner from also a League Challenge. Let's take a look. Is there going to be any other play? Like, Mateusz is just waiting. Alright, Artur says, alright, shuffle now my deck. I'm not going back. I'm not coming back to that deck. And Jirachi is not waking up this turn. He drew a Luca. That's a really interesting draw. We got a Luca, but definitely those crashing Amas are going to go down. Some say on Twitch that might be a ban hammer, but first, Persian right there with make him pay. And, well, what Persian does is, if your opponent has 4 cards in their hand, you might start discarding some of them. Was there a Kingdra? That's interesting, but that's the crashing Amma, and the energy goes down to the discard pile. Oh, this is getting interesting, and that's Articuno there as well. What an evil deck! What an evil deck on Mateusz's side. Mateusz, what you came with? What you came, you little evil person right here. Oh, this is pure evil right there. Passing the turn, Jirachi not waking giving up, still having that crashing hammer, having those, he knows that just discarding that energy out of Peak ROM is crucial, is really needed, because there's only so many things Peak ROM can do to bring back the energy. We've got Professor's Research. Artur has to dig for something, and this dig for something begins right now. He needs those new cards, he needs those fresh cards. We've got an energy card, but he knows that energy card might be discarded, so at certain point he might need something else. He's preparing another place. Oh, there is a Tapu Koko. There we go. There is that Tapu Koko, so we might actually finally see some attacks from Artur's side. Because again, we won't probably see any attacks from Mateusz's side. Like, he wants to just mill. He wants to discard as much as possible. We've got a switch. Oh, that was a great Stella Wish. And let's take a look. We've got that Articuno. Articuno can be brutal, right? The GX can be brutal. It discards the energy from both active Pokemons. And when you have a deck like Peak ROM, when you want to have a lot of energy, it's easy to just get destroyed. But first things first, Zapdos is gonna attack for 80. Is that enough? I don't think that is enough. And that is an Electro Power. That is going to be enough to knock out that Peasant, take that first prize card for Artur Zurawik. That might be the beginning. That might be the beginning of something. It's 110, like they're talking, if it's a correct amount of damage. It was prize card, and let's take a look. Lily's Pokédoll, that's the only thing that he has. Looker, 1, 2, 3 from the bottom. Let's take a look what's gonna happen from Looker. Oh, he draws that Quick Ball that he needs, but he also has that Articuno as well. That is just, I mean, he's already dead. Leave him alone. Like, we know this is not a pleasant spot for the Peak ROM, and this is something that Peak ROM players know. And we've got a 4, down goes the energy. Oh, the luck, right down Mateusz's side. What a play that was. And sip up the coffee, a bit of the coffee right here for me. We've got a Siki being discarded from a Quick Ball, and he's probably going to search for the basic, right? Or if, yes, that is a basic Pokemon right there. Goldeen, that's going to become a Seeking at certain point. I like the fact that the blue sleeves are matching the deck and matching the energy of the deck. I really like those, but also I like the fact that Artur is embracing the pink, because you have to embrace the pink. Pink is good. So energy right there on the Goldeen, and just passing the turn right there from Mateusz. And right now Artur's right. He knows he's in a really rough spot. Stadium Math. 1. That was not. But the second one hits, so we know he's gonna go for Thunder Mountain. There is a Thunder Mountain. He wants to be fast. He just wants to get that energy. He wants to start attacking with Peak ROM. He wants to start doing something. But is this going to be enough in this deck? Definitely know that Artur's deck is not prepared for mill decks, and you can clearly see that there's no Cynthias, no Judges. Money, you might say there is, but this is all it is. And we got energy switch, so Peak ROM is going to be ready to rock and roll, some might say. But it's that Articuno just waits for it. So I do hope personally that Artur is not going to go and play all the energy after the attack on that Peak ROM, because that would be devastating turn. To be quite honest with you, that would be devastating, because there is that Articuno right there in Mateusz's hand, and we know he doesn't have fantastic plans for Artur. They're only evil plans right there. So yeah, you might say I'm a little bit biased, yes, because again, I'm not a big fan of mill decks right here, especially IRL. They are no fun to play, but also no fun to comment. Right here in my booth, right here in Katowice in Poland, in the Wymiar. So if you want to play in our league, that is the place in the Wymiar Katowice, Poland. Every single Sunday, that is the Pokefight, that is the league, that is the challenge and the cup. Let's take a look what we're gonna have right here. So we got that energy out of Volkner, still needing that hand attachment, and probably that hand attachment is gonna go on the Zapdos just for the free retreat cost. And we got also Fioni on the bench. Are we gonna see Fioni being played? Oh, and it is Fioni. Okay, so Fioni for the knockout and Pikarom. So right now the question is where energy is gonna go? Where energy is gonna go? No, 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 no. Oh, what a that is a huge turn. That's a huge turn. A huge mistake right there by Artur Zurawik. Playing, like not realizing that there is Articuno in Mateusz's hands. And Mateusz is, he is just smiling. He is laughing. He knows what is going to happen. He's gonna drop that Articuno right now. Oh, this is getting brutal. This is vicious. I can't watch what is just happening right now. This is just insane. But first he's getting that crashing ammo did not work, but now the Articuno is almost ready. It's almost tuna time, it's almost bedtime, and it is. So he is making it active Pokemon using the ability of Articuno, but he still has to search for the energy. So the Professor researched that 7 cards, but he's gonna draw that energy out of those 7 probably. Are we gonna see? Yes, it is that we got an energy. And oh boy, what a turn that was for Mateusz. It's unbelievable turn right now, and he's still going, like, Artur can't believe. He's looking at the card, says no, the tears are going, probably not, but in his heart, definitely, and in his heart, Mateusz is smiling. He knows he has this game won. He knows there's absolutely no way Pikarom player can come back from a loss of energy like that. Losing 6 energy, brutal turn right there by Mateusz. Down goes the energy, and goodbye and good night, would Kenny Omega say in the AW. Let's take a look. We still got that Thunder Mountain, so there is still a way of doing things. Oh, there we go. We've got a nice, beautiful retreat, and there's a Thunder Mountain. So what's gonna happen now? Professor's research. He needs to dig for something, and he's still digging. He needs that something right now, and he needs it pretty fast. Mateusz checking his discard pile, just making sure what is there, and we've got a GX, and the GX says that you can bring back 5 energy. Oh, what a GX. That was a really good turn. So bring 5 energy back from a discard pile. Oh, that was a great turn by Artur Zurawik right now. So 1 energy, 2 energies actually going underneath Pikarom, and 2 energies underneath Zeraora. There's still 1 more, also underneath Zeraora. So again, he knew that the 5 energy underneath Pikarom would not make any difference because, right, we got Pokemon Communication, just because GX was already used. Right now he has to play against all the odds with all those things that are happening. Let's take a look. I do believe he didn't take a prize card. I might be wrong though, but I'm counting. He might have not taken the prize card from the Goldeen, actually. No, Goldeen is alright. It's on the bench. Alright. Steven Caitlin. No, that was Professor's research. I do apologize. That was Professor's research. And let's take a look. We're gonna have 3 energy underneath Zeraora. 3 energies underneath. Oh, and that was a power plant. That is a power plant. That is devastating. And we've got a Seeking right now. You know, Artur is reading that Seeking. And again, you flip 3 coins, and for each head, you discard your opponent's energy. And that might be the play that Mateusz is going to decide to go with, which is not going to be pleasant for Artur. It might be devastating right here. Oranguru, resource management. A quick ball. Onto a quick ball, so this means that the quick ball should come back to hand. No, joking, of course, that's a joke. What a game that is. What a play. All those plays, beautiful ones, beautiful plays. Ditto right there, coming to the front. Are we going to see a Ditto? That might become a Persian at 7 point. No, there's another Oranguru being dropped on the board. Just to be sure, if one is going to get knocked out, he will have the second one ready to go. Both GXs being used, everything being used. What is happening? The Dene taken from Custom Catcher as an active Pokemon and passing the turn. So let's take a look. He's drawing the card. That is the final game. That's the final. Both players went through hell to get to the finals. They're definitely gonna come out with championship points and with the promo, with fame and glory, but one with defeat and a lot of tears at the end. We're gonna have a retreat, but where the retreat is gonna go? We got a Zero Aura right over here, coming, charging Cat, and Cats, you know, they're always great. We got a first Electro Power. We might see a knockout on Articuno actually. We might see that knockout right there on Articuno. Mateusz is checking what is in the discard pile, and we've got a knockout. We do have a knockout right now. We do have a knockout. 2 prize cards taken. And let's go. Let's see what else is going to happen right now. Of course, Lily's Pokédoll is the card that is right now as an active. Another Looker. And Cynthia and Caitlyn was being played, I believe, or was it Oranguru? Oh, active Pokemon, was it? You see, it's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. Okay, so that was Lana's fishing rod. Okay, that was Lana's fishing rod, and he showed. Okay, there we go. We've got that for a brief moment, and that was great. So we got a Lily's Pokédoll as an active. That was Lana's fishing rod, and that was passing of the turn. So now he knows that Artur has to retreat that Zeraora. The Zeraora can't really attack right now. There's no way of Zeraora attacking due to the text that is on Zeraora, right? Is he gonna go with Pikarom or maybe a Zapdos? A Zapdos also really not a bad idea right now, but he's going there with Pikarom. He is just charging. This Pikachu is bloodthirsty. This Pikarom just wants to get dirty, and he's gonna go dirty. Let's take a look. Are we gonna see maybe a custom catchers? No, that is just a knockout, but to be quite honest, not really any prize card going to be taken from Lily's Pokédoll. Check and just browsing what is left in the deck. Just a bit of, you know, good old shuffle, and let's take a look. Another Lily's Pokédoll right there on the front. Cynthia and Caitlyn. But still no Bryceman below, but like I'm really surprised by that. Professor Research is going to come back to the deck. Actually, to a hand, I do apologize. To a hand, we got a Lana's fishing rod, another Lily's Pokédoll. Oh, this is just absolutely mental. What is happening here? 70 minutes in, and we know that this can go both ways. This can go both ways, but the Seeking that on the bench is really powerful. The Seeking is the threat, and it's really powerful. Quick Ball. Let's take a look what he's gonna grab from a Quick Ball. Oh, maybe he's just browsing. He's just. Oh, there's a Girafarig there as well. Oh, there's just Girafarig. Of course, for those who don't know, Girafarig's attack puts 2 cards from the discard pile to a lost zone, so it's really easy to start putting the energy that you discarded with Seeking into lost zone, right? And to outsource your opponent. Another Lana's fishing rod right now. Second Lana's fishing rod being played. So again, Girafarig, you know, was a really good card in control decks way back, and now you can see it's slowly coming back, at least here in Poland, which is quite interesting, because would that mean that during internationals we will have something similar? Does it mean that during internationals might see these types of deck a bit more popping out? That is a great question. Alright, we got a passing of the turn. Draw. What Artur is gonna do? He has that Pikarom active, but he is gonna go through all those Lily's Pokédoll. He knows going through all those Lily's Pokédoll is not going to be present. But oh, custom catcher on that Seeking. He knew that this is the threat. He realized the threat, and he's going after it. He's just chasing the threat, and that is a knockout. What a beautiful knockout right there, with only 2 prize cards left for Artur Zurawik. Oh, this is, and we got another Seeking. The game is just speeding up. This game is just becoming fantastic again and again and again, when you think you know the answer, they are just doing, both players are doing something that just changes that question, you might say. A great quote, and let's take a look. We got a Seeking. Oh, the Seeking is gonna definitely go and show. Oh, Bryceman and Belelba. 1, 2, 3 cards discarded. What a turn, what a play. Like, he knows that Bryceman Belelba, really crucial card at the very end, passing the turn. Lily Spokdal is inactive, and there's no way that he's gonna be able to play another custom catcher. So we've got a Lily Spokdal. He has to go through that Lily Spokdal again, and there's a second one right there on the bench, but with a Seeking and 2 Orangurus with their friends. That's a knockout, but no prize card taken right now, and down goes Seeking right now. He's seeking those energy. He wants to get rid of that energy, but is the RNG going to be on the side of Mateusz? That is a great question right now. Let's take a look. He has a Girafarik. He drew the Girafarik. There's also Persian in his hand, and I believe another Seeking, and he's going for the attack. We've got, yes, 1 hit, no, and the third one is okay. So 2 energies being discarded, so no 3, but this means Artur can actually just play that Zeraora and start knocking out, because that is Chaotic Swell, what is there on the bench, what is on an active, which I thought it's a power plant, but no, it was a Chaotic Swell. That's why Artur was able to actually do that switcheroo, the good old switcheroo, with thanks to Zeraora. Down to 1 last prize card. Oh, this is going to be really interesting. This is going to be interesting, because this means that this is going to be 1 last prize card. Oh, this is gonna get great. I love games like that, and it comes down to Bryceman Belelba as well on the Mateusz side. Let's take a look what both players are gonna do. Both players kind of determined, right? Pretty determined on the outcome. We got a knockout. 5 prize cards taken. 5 prize cards taken. Lily's Pokidol, I believe. No, Oranguru is an active Pokemon right now. Is there a Bryceman in Mateusz's hand? No, he's playing Cynthia and Caitlyn, so this might be the window. This might be the window that Artur needs, but he can actually still go and play Lily's Pokidol. Bryceman Belelba goes back. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 cards left in Mateusz's deck. I believe around 3 cards left in Artur Zurawik's deck. So this is getting ridiculous at this point. 2 to 3 cards left in Artur Zurawik. 2 cards left in Mateusz Lubski's deck. That is what we want, but again, we've got resource management Oranguru, so this is definitely gonna go that way. Let's take a look. We've got, of course, Ditto. Again, right, he couldn't get that Ditto back, because Ditto should be in the last zone. He put it in the discard pile. And he's bringing back those custom catchers. Oh, he's bringing back the catchers? No. Definitely 1 catcher, but that is it. And crushing ammos. So he's bringing those boys back. And right now, all Artur Zurawik needs is a switch. No energy, but just a switch, right? Free retreat and a switch and knocking out that Oranguru. Can he knock out that Oranguru right now? Can he do it? It's all that matters right now. Can he knock out Oranguru? If he can't, the game is over. We've got Electro Power. Oh, we've got a first Electro Power, but he might be. So if that's the only, Zapdos is 10 damage off. Zapdos is going to be 10 damage off. Oh no. Oh no. Like, I'm looking at the discard pile. 3 Electro Powers already being used. He's drawing all his last cards. He knows 10 damage off, 10 damage from the win, 10 damage from the win. My goodness, that is incredible what is happening right now. Being 10 damage off from a win, that has to hurt. That has to hurt. We've got the energy attachment, and well, that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. There's no switch in Artur's hand. There's a Zapdos. That's only 110 damage, and Oranguru is 120. That is 10 damage off. Like, I'm shaking my head in disbelief. What just happened? And the Bryceman Belelba right now being dropped for the W. And right now 1-0 for Mateusz Lubski. There we go. 1-0 for Mateusz Lubski in this game. What a game that was. I do still think that I think they didn't took a price cut. Like I might think he didn't done that, but again, what a game that was. You know, this down to this last damage, right? This one damage counter that mattered. You see all the damage, right? Every single damage matters. So right now they're going into the shuffling mode. They're both shuffling. We've got a beautiful sleeves showcase, beautiful playmat showcase. Of course, right on the left side we've got a judge playmat, one of the many judge playmats. And on the right hand, we've got a playmat that is even rarer, you might say, right? That's rare, and this is a London Pokemon Center playmat, the exclusive playmat that definitely, you know, is desired by many, with beautiful looking, you know, gold Pikachu. We've got a Mewtwo and Mew as well on it. A beautiful minimalistic design that I do like, and the color pattern really shows that this is the player that knows what he's doing. Definitely, some people do prefer the Judge one, and you can buy a lot of those Judge playmats at the events, at the regionals, for the normal price, or maybe a bit less, maybe a little bit more, excuse me, like $20-30 per playmat. But now the players are starting out, and let's take a look what's going to happen. We've got, I believe, Zapdos in Artur's hand right now, and we've got what seemed like Goldeen, right, both players getting their price cards, and let's take a look what's going to happen right now. Shaking of the hand, shaky, and it's a Zapdos, it is a Goldeen and a Ditto from what I see right there on Mateusz Lubski's side, who is going first, and Artur is going first. We got a Peak Rom right there, Energy. Quick Ball. He knows right now this is the speed that saves lives, as would Jeremy Clarkson say from a Top Gear. Speed. And I see other players are slowly finishing their games, or are in the middle of finishing their round 4. Quick Ball, and now they're so Zurawik is using a what seems like an Italian Quick Ball, with Rapida Ball or something like that. That's why the conversation now between two players have started about it, and that's again just having different languages of the cards in Europe. It's a great conversation starter if you are new to the Pokemon world and Pokemon trading card game, you know, competitive scene. Definitely, you know, having those, it's a really nice conversation starter. Also, but you have to have it. You have to be in Europe, because Europe has more languages that you can play with than for example United States or Russia. Let's take a look. Artur passed the turn. He knows that Zeraora, that type is going to be crucial in the upcoming turns. We've got and hits. Second energy in discard pile. Girafaric active. Oh no, that's a Girafaric that is active. Those two energies might be gone. Those two energies might actually say bye-bye to the Artur Zurawik. And well, let me tell you, they are going to go to the last zone, I do think. And they go. Yes, they just like, Artur just like, yeah, energy, right? He goes like, yeah, you know, energy, yeah. There are 3 cards in the discard pile only. So go backs, he has to go back, he has to rebuild everything, which is not really easy. He has to start thinking, he has to start rebuilding. Quick Ball on Electro Power, this is desperate. You can clearly see the desperation right now after just getting, you know, rid of those 2 energies. And Girafaric start is really good start for Mateusz Lubski, because well, he can go for Brasman and Belelba, he can go for many other things, and count on the fact that he might discard the energy, right, and just put that energy back, well, not even back, just straight to a lost zone, purge it, you might even say. And let's take a look. We've got the Professor's Research. Jirachi was dropped on the board. Let's take a look. Big Charm, that's what I say. I don't know what else. You can clearly see Artur Zurawik is in the zone, but this zone is not going to be pleasant. We've got a skateboard, beautiful skateboard, by the way, league promo. Switch, good old switcheroo. So he does have an option of actually retreating if he wants to, but this is getting really intense. Acrobike, 1 and 2. Let's take a look. Pokegear being discarded. Jirachi, Estella-ish, 2, 3. Oh, that was okay. 4 and 5. We're missing 4 and 5. No, those were 5 cards, and that was a custom catcher, I believe, that he's gonna take, because there was nothing else. He's checking his hand. He's checking the card that he has in his hand. Oh, and the Marnie being drawn. Okay. Definitely, a great idea, especially for the mill aspect of his opponent's deck. And the Marnie already being played. Okay, like I'm trying to understand that why money went into the discard pile for a second. But I feel like, I think he just showed like, hey, I've got a Marnie, I'm gonna play that Marnie later. And I just want to go for a quick ball. It's like that's what I think he did, just to tell his opponent that's what they're gonna do. Or he just skipped it. Fioni. We've got a Fioni. And passing of the turn. One. No, not really. Drach is not waking up this time. Drach not waking up this time. Like, you can feel the stress. I mean, this is against the final, right? It's the final round, final game. The stress factor is there, so it's easy to make a mistake. It's easy to make a simple mistake. So again, I'm not judging anyone right here, because again, during the finals, if you play the finals of any event, the stress level is high, and that it's really easy to make a mistake, especially if there's some noise around you and there are people just waiting for you or above you. So there's definitely that stress. But we've got a Goldeen. We've got a Goldeen right there. We got a Zurawik ready and just passing of the turn. Let's take a look what he's gonna play, what he's gonna go for. We've got a Volkner. We've got a Volkner for the energy and for... He's just checking what he has. He's just checking his options. Like, you can clearly feel that vibe that Raven is. Artur is giving up. Artur is just giving up at this point. He's like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to even play against that deck. It's getting ridiculous. That's what I think he thinks. At the same time, Mateusz right now is like, okay, this is a great matchup for me. I can go through him like a bulldozer and win the final game. Get that first place Frostma for my deck. I'd be super happy about it. Energy and an electro power from that Volkner. And energy goes underneath Zapdos. We got a Stella Wish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A custom catcher. Oh, are we gonna see a knockout? But there's that Mew on the bench again. Mew, the card that is devastating when you're playing Pikarom, that you want to hit that bench sometimes. But let's take a look over here. What's gonna happen? We've got a custom catcher on the Zurawik, like getting rid of that Zurawik. And definitely an interesting choice, you might say. Definitely an interesting choice. Like just getting and a knockout, getting rid of that Zurawik is important for Artur, right? Because he can't let any more energy to end up in a lost zone. There's just no way that he is gonna do that. And Zurawik getting knocked out. But again, Zurawik can come back. There's a Lana's Fishing Rod in Mateusz decks, and we know that. We do know that. We know that Lance Fishing Rod is coming somewhere. So now let's take a look. Oh, we've got a Faber, actually. A skateboard going straight to a lost zone. Again, Artur's lost zone is just growing and growing and growing. And that Porygon on Mateusz playmat is just smiling and laughing. And he's just, can't believe how this game is turning out. From really solid game 1 to really weird and bad game 2. Let's take a look. Passing of the turn. Reset stamp. Oh, that is really interesting. Stamping down to 6 cards. Again, probably getting rid of certain cards from his hand was not a bad idea. But only 10 damage. Oh, this is devastating for Zurawik. He can't really retreat that Zapdos. He can't really use Jirachi. He can't use a lot of things. That is a downfall. That is, I think, the downfall of him right in this game. Let's take a look. Evolution Incense, Seeking is coming. You can feel it, you can see it, you can see the waves right there on the ocean. Seeking is slowly coming and it is calm. It is time for Seeking, because they say it's a Seeking time, and you know it is a Seeking time right now. Oh my goodness, that is getting brutal, that is devastating. Like, he is already dead. Bryce Belelba as well. And oh, Bryce Belelba, as I said it, being played. So 3 cards. That's Custom Catcher for Artur Zurawik, Energy Switch, and a Volkner. Really need the cards. We hear laughs, we hear laughs, we hear a great fun from other players. But this is not the moment where people do laugh. This is not the moment where people are laughing right here at the table number 1. There is a proper game at our disposal, and let's take a look. We got another Lubski Pokeball. Oh, this is a doll town. This is a toy house, and one energy. No, still no. The third dice. No! Oh, Zapdos survived. But again, let's remember, Zapdos is not hitting for weakness. That is something that is worth noting. Zapdos is not hitting for a weakness. And that is it. That is it. That was just it. Oh, this is just bad news. This is bad news for Artur. He's not drawing anything. There's no energy for him. No switch. No help. No one is gonna help. Custom Catcher right now. Mew is gonna go back to the deck. Oh, this is getting ugly right now. Let's take a look. Pokemon Communication 4. Oranguru, and Oranguru is going to come right there onto a board, but that was a devastating turn, and what an unlucky round, unlucky game for Zurawik. And again, no, first dice says no, second dice says no, and what about the third one? And the third one says yes. Finally, the third one said yes. Energy in a discard pile. You can see that right now Artur is just really down, and that's a Fioni. That is gonna go for a Fioni right there. And you know, when someone's going for a Fioni like that, are we gonna see? It's a pass! My goodness, what just happened to that Pikarom? Where is all the power? Where is all the energy? Where is all the power? This is Brick Town. This is a Brick Town. I think right now Artur can just go outside and build himself a house. Not even a house, a whole neighborhood out of those bricks that he have right here in Poland, Katowice. My goodness, I think like a whole city that he can just build out of it. But is there anything he can do? No, he's just passing the turn again. No. Chaotic Swell being played. And a pass. And they're gonna just pass the turn, probably. Lysander's Lab, just to get rid of that Chaotic Swell from the board. Third energy is going on the Pikarom, but this might not look that good right there. Mateusz has this game. Mateusz does grasp that game, and he's not gonna let it go. He knows that even if we are still around 10 minutes, I believe 10 minutes before the termination right now. So that's probably right now Mateusz's strategy, just waiting, right, just stalling a game until the point of termination where he knows that Artur Zurawik is not gonna get that W, that's not gonna get that final prize card, and is not gonna take the win home. Process Research, discarding Custom Catcher and a Persian. 7 cards. Quick Ball, another Lubski Pokédoll, Meow, Process Research, Incense, Pokemon Communication, Cynthia and Caitlyn, really good hand, and we got another Incense. So probably gonna see a Seeking being dropped on that Ditto right there, or maybe not, maybe he's not, he's just gonna skip that Ditto. He's just skipping it. The Ditto is there. He knows that this Ditto is safe for now. There's Mew that is protecting him with his ability. And judging, by the last 3 turns by Artur, I would not be surprised if he would just pass again, not finding the switch, not finding what he needs. And let's take a look right now. Volkner, that is the time. That is a good time for a card. Are we gonna see a switch? Oh, he needs desperately a switch, but is it, maybe it's priced? No, it's not. We got a beautiful switch right there going with the energy right there from Volkner. So may this turn the tides? I don't think so. Is it gonna turn the tides? I don't think so right now, but definitely we're gonna say and knock it on Lily's Pokédoll. And well, let's see. We've got a switch. Oh, second Pikarom. Second peak round, that is another on the least Pokeball, and energy on the second peak round. He's not making the same mistake twice of putting all the energy on one Pokemon. And there's still a GX to be used, but Zeraora and Choo-Choo, those two Pokemods, those vital Pokemons might be right now prized for Artur Zurawik. We're more than halfway through his deck and we haven't seen those. So let's take a look. We've got, of course, we've got that Seeking right now as an active Pokemon, and Seeking is just gonna come down. Pokemon Communication on the Meow for the Seeking probably, or an Articuno. Oh, we're gonna see an Articuno. I feel like this is getting closer. It's getting closer to the W towards Mateusz Lubski. And you said that, you know, annoying your opponent until they're gonna give up is not an option, but it is. That is a handshake. Artur said, I don't care. Everything is priced. I don't care anymore. So second place, Artur Zurawik. First place right here in Katowice, Mateusz Lubski. Congratulations to both players. Congrats. And if you want to play, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like that. And check us out in the Wymiar Katowice. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Take care. Have a fantastic time when you're playing Pokemon.